Hello, Joe from Joe K Models here. So I'm about to start working on the Spitfire, and the first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to decide which version I actually wanted to do. So you have some different options. There's three different airplanes to choose from. This is the number 610 Squadron Battle of Britain 1940. This is the FZL number 65 Squadron 1939 pre-World War II. You can see the roundel on the side's a little bit different for that one. And then you have the number 19 Squadron Operation Dynamo, which I believe this would have been probably like Dunkirk, that time period. And I've already built this one, as I showed in the previous video, the 172nd Airfix version. And this is a pretty cool one too, but I think that I'm gonna have to go with the Battle of Britain 1940 version here, the iconic World War II Spitfire. So this is the one I'm going to be going with here, and I think this is a kit that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. So if I'm going to do it, I want to do it all the way. I want to do the iconic version. So I'm going to go with that. So what I've started to do is in the directions, I've looked them over, and I've started marking down some different color callouts ahead of time so that I know what I'm going to be working with. So as you can see, I've kind of marked those down. Like SGB is semi-gloss black, flat aluminum, got some parts that are white, and the cockpit's pretty detailed, so there's quite a few steps. Like this whole first page here is the cockpit, and then even going all the way to step 11. So step 12 is really where you start doing the main assembly of the fuselage. So you've got all this stuff here. And I started to go through all of this and start to think about, well, should I just figure out everything, gather everything at once, try to paint everything at once? And I think I'm going to break it up into sections, even if it might take me a little bit longer. I really want to focus on doing the different parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be focusing on just the two halves here to start off with, and then getting the side pieces ready as well, and then continuing on to some of these other parts right here, like this part of the cockpit, and then getting to the control panel itself. And it might be faster just to do everything at once, paint everything the same color, but this is the way that I prefer to do it, so that's the way I'm going to do it. And then just basically putting everything together once we're done here, and then you should be all set to move on from there. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get going on that, and let's see what we end up with. Okay, so I wanted to just pause for a second because just wanted to go over this real quick because I thought it was a little confusing. So I'm building the A version of the Spitfire, and as you can see, for this version it has B and C labeled here, and for the B and C version you're supposed to take off this part here. And for both versions, you're supposed to take off this control device as well. So since I'm doing the A, I'm supposed to leave this part on here, but take off this. Unfortunately, I cut off both pieces. So as you can see, I have the control surface off along with that little piece right there that has another control piece that fits onto there. So what I did was, luckily I have an extra piece for the closed cockpit, so I just took my hobby knife and I just basically cut that part off, and then I'm going to glue it to here. And I'm doing my best not to lose this piece because it's so small, but here it is right here. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to glue it right to that, so that way I can still have it on there. So a little bit confusing, right out the gate, but that's my fix for it, so I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, so this is going to be where I'm going to be ending this this vlog, but made some progress. So we have both of the sidewalls glued in, decided what airplane we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a open cockpit, so all of those pieces have been correctly put in here. And then I explained a little bit what I did with this piece right here. So we had to do a little bit of some maneuvering on that part, but all in all, not too bad of a start so far. And I think next time I'm going to be putting on some black primer, getting the bare metal silver on there, and then putting on the cockpit green. Might think about looking at some of these smaller pieces and deciding if I want to do all of these separate, or if maybe I want to put on a couple of these pieces that might just be pretty much a solid color, so that way that'll save a little bit of putting in the pieces on later. I haven't decided yet, but that's where I'm at. Join me on the next vlog episode and we will continue on. So thanks a lot. This is Joe from Joe K Models.